Okay.
This is nice. What'd you get to drink? Is that just straight black coffee?
Yeah, I try to drink just black.
Animal.
You don't like that?
I respect it. It's like my grandfather, but my grandfather drinks just straight Cuban coffee, just nothing.
Yeah, like people make fun of me when I say this, but I mean it. The worse the coffee tastes, the better. Like I want it to taste like dirt. If it tastes absolutely bitter,
that'll definitely motivate you.
Bitter and disgusting. Like that's how I like beer too. Like I like really bitter IPAs that like it's so bad to drink, but like I like that.
Okay.
So if I say coffee tastes like really shitty, what I'm saying is I think it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that perspective. Is that like does it get you jumping? Like gets you going?
Yeah, it might be placebo, but I feel like it's stronger. You know? Like
well, you got no sugar in it. It's just straight coffee.
When I first started drinking coffee, I would put sugar in it, and it was like,
I'm a light and
I was
sweet
like,
guy.
I'm drinking so much more sugar than coffee at this point. So
I'm a light and sweet guy for sure.
Yeah.
Like I put like 3-4 things of sugar and I'm whole milk all in that coffee cup.
The milk also makes me phlegmy. So as a you should know this as an artist, as someone who's trying to speak into a mic and you got a little phlegmy from the milk and stuff like that. It's not ideal.
It sucks.
Yeah.
I've done that a lot.
All right, everyone. I am Don Chenz and I am here with the one and only.
Stop. Justicexavier.
The crowd goes wild.
Thank you. Calm down.
How's it going?
It's good. It's good. I'm really good.
We just did the other video. You feel warmed up? You feel ready to go?
Yeah. I actually feel really good.
You do a lot of interviews, or what's your favorite and least favorite part of being an artist? Is like where does interviews and media stack up in the?
I personally love all the media stuff.
Yeah.
Like I love like coming here and doing interviews. Like I hate doing everything like from the phone. Like I just love being in person with people. I love doing like podcasts, interviews, doing like performances. Like I did like Red Couch not too long ago.
Oh,
like,
Red Couch is sick.
Yeah,
I like Red Couch a lot.
I did Red Couch. I just did On the Radar like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was that? Was that your first interview on the radar?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Time. Yeah.
How was it?
It was great. I was really nervous at first, but it was
more than normal, or like just because it's a big platform?
Yeah, just because it's a big platform. I've been trying to get on the radar for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And they finally like hit me up, and I was like, okay.
I know people who have tried and haven't been able, like they get turned down. Like they don't just like take everybody.
Oh, so, no. Yeah. I told myself, because I don't know if they do like the whole paying shit, because I saw at one point in their bio they had like hit up here for like inquiries and shit. And
I think everyone probably at that level, like you do to some degree, but for the most part, I think
it's an invite.
You get the invite.
Yeah, I told myself, I'm like, I'm gonna like, one day they'll hit me up. Like I'll wait and see what happens, and then I finally got hit up like a couple, like maybe a month or two ago about it, and they set it up, and I went. It's crazy. It was so fun.
Nice.
It's really fun. Yeah.
So you just dropped a new mixtape, Justicexavier and Friends.
Yep.
And you made sure before we started recording to tell me it's a mixtape, not an album. What is the difference?
Well, to me, it's not like because I feel like an album is, how do I explain it? Like it's a concept, like things are cohesive. Granted, I think the mixtape is fairly cohesive. Like we did really well at the song placements, but like it's just not an album. Like to me, it's just a tape with all the homies on it. It's like one big posse cut. That's how I see it.
That's a good way to put it. But also like what annoys me is Doechii calls her thing a mixtape.
Oh,
she
yeah,
just won best
rap
rap album at the Grammys. She's like, it's a mixtape. It's like I to me sometimes I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But to me sometimes it comes off like you're just trying to take the pressure off of it being an album. I think artists do that sometimes.
I can understand that entirely. I think just because I don't want, at least in my discography, like I don't want this to be considered an album. There should be a place on the streaming services to differentiate then mixtapes versus albums. It's going to show up as just an album. I know, which is crazy, because I mean they even have they have on Spotify like they have albums and EPs. Right. Like, things will be like EPs, but like, why not mixtape?
Because before streaming, mixtapes were it was very clear what a mixtape was. Now I feel like sometimes people just throw it around. They say mixtape album, like it just depends.
I mean, being completely honest, I don't know the fucking difference between an album or a mixtape. But like, I feel like I think more so for me, how I interpret it, like an album and a mixtape, the name, it's like a feeling. Like to me, it's a feeling. It's like when I'm working on this, like, I'm like, oh, this is an album. Like everything's cohesive. I'm working on it with the intent of it being an album, like this, I worked on it like with the intent of it being a mixtape. It's been over the course of like maybe a year and a half that like we were just getting all these songs and just like, just having cook-up sessions with the homies or like sending shit back and forth. And we're like, you know what? We have all these fucking songs. Let's make a tape out of it. And that's, that was the feeling.
That's what I was gonna ask you that. Did it come to like, did you have the intent to make a mixtape with like all the homies and call it Justicexavier and Friends, or did it just kind of come together that way and you just halfway through were like, oh wait?
Well, funny enough, I've had the idea of doing a Justicexavier and Friends for so long. Like, I always thought it would be a cool idea. I remember when Liam and I, which is my producer that's produced everything off Justicexavier Friends, everything off my entire discography, like that's the guy. We were talking about like the rollout for 2024. Like this was back in 2023. I just remember him said like us talking about like, yeah, like we're gonna drop See You Soon, we're gonna drop Food for Thought, And I was like, at some point I want to do like a Justicexavier and Friends, like just get all the homies on it. I had no clue what it was going to look like, but it turned out to be like way better than I thought that tape was going to be. And it was just so cool seeing that like idea just come to life, So.
Weirdly, I also do understand your like the mixtape energy thing. Mm-hmm. I actually do get that because I feel that with this mixtape.
Yeah.
Like it has that. Like, because it's more just like, it's just everyone's just rapping. Like,
exactly. It's just everyone just having fun on the track. I mean, like, just throwing around ideas. Fucking, some songs were even like homie Milksy. Like I've fucked with Milksy for a minute. We just never like met in person, And I remember I was working on a song the last time I was with Liam, and it just came last minute. We're like, who would sound good on this? Milksy. So I called Milksy. I'm like, yo, let's play this. We played it for him. It was like, you want to get on it? He's like, yeah. And then he sent it back within a couple of days and he was on the project. It was just like that. It was that kind of fun that we were having. Like when we made Joe Jackson, that's the oldest song on the project, the intro. We've had that song since July of 2023 when I went on tour. Like, we were all at the studio in LA and Liam was playing a beat and we were just all freestyling on it for like 10, 15 minutes. And we're like, fuck it, let's make a song. And we all made a song. And that's how it worked, So it gives me that like energy, like not sitting down, going into something with the intent of, all right, this got to be made. Let's make it like this. Right. We're just like, yo, let's just create.
Yeah, you're just like feeling it. You're just like,
yeah. And none of it was forced. Like when we were creating all these songs, we didn't know Justicexavier and Friends would be made. It still was just an idea in there, So it's just a bunch of songs we had that were like, yo. Fuck. And then like towards the end is when we had the intent of like, yo, we need to get the verses from Frank, Wise Boy, and Skull. Like, let's do that. And that's when it became a whole thing. And it was still super fun.
Like your relationships with these people, like, are these people all like would you consider these some of your closest friends, like in the music industry, making artists? Like, are there like a lot of other people you like want to get on and you couldn't, or like how did that go? So funny enough, like I pretty much have like, besides I'd say the most recent friend I've made on that project is Milksy. He's the only one I haven't like met and hung out with in person. I have so many people like that now. It's also like the more you do, like I'm sure you have it all the time as an artist, you're making content, you just end up meeting people and it's like, oh, I've known this person for a year, but it's only virtually.
Exactly.
You know them forever, yeah.
Yeah, that's how a lot of shit is. I mean, but yeah, I mean, not one person on that project I haven't met. I mean, how's your relationship with Trevor? Oh, Trevor's the guy. He's mad cool. We met up in person for the first time back in like December of 2023 because we had like a song together that we were working on that he wanted me to get on, but we never released it. And we did like a little like fake on the radar shit for it, like by the George Washington Bridge. It was like a little cliff. Yeah. So we did like the whole mic thing. Trevor's mad cool. I think we definitely bond over the fact that we're both from Jersey, especially from the same area code. Yeah, he's from up there too, yeah. And he's mad cool. Every time I see him in person, it's great. He's a dope ass dude, super chill, laid back. We always make some heat when we're together. So, he's definitely great. He's so ill. I interviewed him for the first time, I want to say it was 2018. 2018? Yeah, he's been doing it for a long time. And like in the last few years, he's starting to get a lot of buzz and stuff like that. That's awesome crazy that you knew him like that long, It was like my cousins, like their cousin, the other side of their family. Yeah.
went to college with. Something they had some connection, and then my little cousin was like, "Yo, you got to listen to this guy Trevor Spitta. He's fire." It was like 2018. I was like, "Damn, this dude's hard."
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's cool to see him because I loved him like all the way back then. So it's nice that he's getting love.
Oh, absolutely. When I saw like when he was getting all that love, like before his show, because I did a show with him back in October.
I was there.
I
was there. Yeah, it was a good show. I was impressed. Like I was like, oh damn, he has Justicexavier and Life of Tom opening for him. Like this is a great lineup. That was a good lineup. Yeah. It's
cool. Like I love how small the music world is. We all know each other. Yeah. Like you would never think so. If you're not like consumed in that world, but everyone knows each other. Like I got pretty good like relationships with all the people on this project. I met Skull back in 2022.
Lord Skull is awesome.
Love that guy. Great guy.
That's my favorite song on the mixtape,
Dreams?
probably. Yeah.
Love that song.
Your verse, that's like my favorite verse you've ever done. We were talking about in the other video, like the whole Tyler scheme. Like when you come in, I think I love that verse.
Thank you.
I've been playing that a lot.
Thank you so much. I love that verse too. It's a great verse, bro. I wasn't struggling, but I was really deep in my notebook, like writing that shit, bro. I was in my notebook for like 7 hours.
I also feel like when you rap, you like squeeze so much into the bars. Like I feel like almost you're like not going to be able to catch up with what you're saying, and then you like catch it at the end. I was like, oh damn, that was fire. Like I don't know, I love that verse, and that whole song is good. Lord Sko is awesome.
Yeah, I love Sko. He's a great dude. Every time I'm with him, it's always mad chill. He's funny as shit, like unintentionally, just hilarious. He's a great guy. But I met him back in 2022 at like this thing called Hula Fest. Yeah. It was super interesting. We went out after. I was with Dre actually, because I had met Dre like literally the month before that. Because we had my very first show. I did it with Dre, Dre Waves.
Yeah.
And yeah, we went to a fucking fancy ass like French spot and got like duck leg for like $35.
Nice. Was it good? Was it worth $35?
Yes, but like at least give me some fries.
It was just
the duck leg. It's a plate with a duck leg on it, $35. And then the fries.
You need a side.
Sko and I got fries, bro, and we would trip. Like, why are fries $20? Like,
were they good fries?
Yeah, they were good.
Not $20.
Like they're not $20. Like they're like McDonald's worthy.
Yeah. Oh, that's not.
But I like McDonald's.
That's not close to 20.
Yeah, no, you're right. So right.
And you're doing the show. Lord Sko's on the lineup for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got a show February 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for it. It's my first headlining show. Definitely nervous because it's like I'm so used to being the supporting act, but now it's my show. Like I'm hosting, and I'm having my homies perform with me. So I'm super excited.
There's a lot of guys on the lineup too. Like Wise Boy's doing it, right?
Actually, he just unfortunately he had to back out. He's doing Fashion Week, which good for him.
Good reason.
I mean he told me, he's like, yo, unfortunately, like I can't do in Fashion Week. I'm walking the thing. I'm in my mind.
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm fucking walking Fashion Week. Do your thing.
I'm not taking offense to that.
Yeah,
it's a good reason.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah. That's great, bro.
But you have a lot of other dudes doing it.
Yeah. Skull.
Yeah.
Stepdad. Sir Amari, Dre Waves, and my boy Tim, which is the one that pops up on Just Kids and Gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the homies, part of our collective, Everybody's Normal. And then
I was gonna ask you about that. Like just more about that. I've heard you talk about it, but like what's the collective? Like who's in it?
So
how did it come about?
Everybody's Normal is just a collective that was made back in quarantine. Bunch of guys that I've never met in real life. Fucking it was that was back when I met Liam for the first time. We were both in like a transitional period of like, just trying to figure out like what our sound was and really just like honing in on that. He actually got introduced to me through my boy Ace, which is also in the collective, that I went to school with because they had connected, I think, on Discord.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, you should work with my boy Justice. He's dope. Like you guys would make some great shit together. So then we all just started like talking. He was talking to these two, my two boys, Mark and Sashi, which are also in the collective. They met through Discord too, and they all like, it just kind of worked like that. So Everybody's Normal started off as like 5-6 people, which is Tim is a part of the collective. So it was like Tim, Mark, Sashi, me, Liam, and Ace, and then our boy Fresco, which he's disgusting. Shout out Fresco. He makes crazy ass music. You would fuck with him. He actually has a song with me and Stepdad. It's called Static.
It's just Fresco is his name?
His name's Fresco, yeah.
Okay.
Super hard. then like he joined in the collective, and then it just started getting like bigger. We've had like people like leave the collective, join, you know, but now it's like really tight knit, like family shit. You know, they're all from like LA and got 2 in North Carolina, and then there's Global. 2 of us here in Jersey. Yeah, we're all over the country. Oh, my boy Buffs, another producer. We have 2 producers in the collective, Liam and Buffs.
I want to ask you about Liam because when I hit you up to do this, you were like, I want to loop in my manager, Liam.
Yeah.
Then I start seeing he's also your producer. Then I've seen you in other interviews. You're like, he's like my mentor, sensei, best friend. Like he's everything to me.
No, he really is. Like the way that, like my best way to see it is like the way that Tyler is about like Clancy is like the way I am with Liam. Like I'm forever in debt to Liam. Like that man gave me direction. Like I was so lost trying to figure out like what to do with music. I didn't even have a setup. I just was fucking like, I would write songs. I'd go to my boy's crib that had a mic, and then I would record like 6-7 songs that one day, and then stretch that out for like the next 6 months. But I was only dropping on SoundCloud. I didn't know shit about distribution like DistroKid and United. Like I didn't know anything. And like he really came in and gave me that like sense of direction. Like he's the brains behind a lot of shit. You know, like we work very closely together. He's not just like a producer to me. He's like a business partner for me. Like he's also my best friend. Like it's never like Justicexavier produced by Liam Taylor. It's Justicexavier x Liam Taylor. Like, you know.
And when did he come into the picture to start helping you with all that stuff?
2020 quarantine.
Okay. Because
that was also when, like I said, like it was the perfect time. I had no direction. I didn't know what I was doing in terms of music. I would just write constantly and fucking, I didn't have a setup. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to maneuver. And when I met him, like he's always been very business savvy. But when I met him, like that's when shit started really clicking. You know, like we would write. Like we'd be on FaceTime like every day. He'll just be producing on FaceTime, and I would fucking write. And then like Christmas of 2020. Like that's when I finally got my first setup. Shout out my mom. She really hooked it up. I got like a very good, like I still have it till this day. The fucking bundle is like a Scarlett Studio bundle.
Oh, I had one. Yeah, like that's like when I first started podcasting. You get that Scarlett, like the 2i2 bundle thing with the pod. Yeah,
it's the fucking the interface with the mic and the headphones for like $220.
Yeah.
A steal.
That's all you need.
That's all I need. Yeah. And I had a Chromebook, and I would record on BandLab and send it to him. He'll mix it in FL. 7th Round, my biggest song, I recorded off a Chromebook on BandLab, like in my closet. You know, fucking so much like shit has happened like since I met him. So much for the better, you know. So it's like I definitely wouldn't be in the spot that I'm at. Like we wouldn't be having this interview if Liam didn't exist. And if we did have this interview, it would be a lot later. I probably would have figured it out now. Yeah. You know, and really started pushing shit.
When did you first start like noticing you were getting some buzz, and like what was the thing that made you notice that?
I actually like hate thinking about this. Only because I started getting buzz for real like 2021 when I was like 18.
Okay.
That's when I dropped 7th Round, and it was so overwhelming. I didn't know how to handle it at all. I posted the snippet on TikTok on a whim. There's no plan to drop this. Like, we didn't know what we were dropping next. I was just like, you know what? Snippet. Why not? And then that shit did 1 million in 24 hours. I gained 25,000 followers in a day. I had so much like behind me. Like there were people in my comments that I'm like, yo, what? Like who's comment? Like fucking Disney actors. And like it was so crazy. Like what? It was mad random.
It is crazy because even I get some of those too, where you're like, I'm just making Instagram and TikTok videos in my bedroom, and then I'll be like Kevin Garnett just liked my video.
Like what the hell? What are you doing?
Why is Kevin Garnett scrolling Instagram?
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I don't. When I think of all these like celebrities and millionaires, I'm like, there's no way they just sit and scroll on their phone.
Laying in bed scrolling on TikTok.
Like you don't have like 20 things to do today. Like why are you like on your phone?
It's funny. I get that. Yeah. I get that. That's funny.
And it was nuts. Like, and then when I dropped the song. Bro, I had one song on Spotify and jumped to 60,000 monthly listeners with one song.
Hell yeah.
That shit, hell yeah, but damn. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I went into this really bad like episode And I just went MIA for like a month and a half after I dropped 7th Realm.
But like, what was it? Like, just you felt like pressure to
super
like keep it up, or just like imposter syndrome?
It was a mix of imposter syndrome and like just trying to keep up for real. Like I'm like, okay, like how am I gonna follow up? Like what am I gonna do next? Am I even meant to do this? Like I know I love music, but am I meant to be
so
like?
It sounds like my own head.
Yeah, yeah, bro. It gets bad. It's like I'm like, damn. Like, am I allowed to be successful? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, and I went to a whole episode. Like, I probably talked to Liam twice in a month and a half, which is unheard of. We talk every day.
Yeah,
you know, so it's like bad, and I lost a lot of like momentum. So I had to really work and build that momentum back up, and it took a couple months, but I was able to get that momentum back up. But still, that was like, if I knew how to handle it and like really, I guess wasn't as scared. Who knows? I might have been somewhere completely different right now. But yeah. I'm grateful for where I'm at right now. So,
I watched your interview you did probably like a year ago with Annabelle, where you were talking about something similar, and then you also said to her, like your advice is like consistency.
Oh my
God, that's
yes.
like goes along with that. But I feel like that I get the feelings that you just described, but then there's also, it almost gets compounded when then I go, but if I'm not being consistent in doing it, then like I'm falling behind. Like if I don't do something right this second, put something out right now, I'm going to fall behind. And that makes me spiral even more.
Yeah.
Like it can be a lot of pressure.
It really can. I mean, consistency is like, because consistency is very important. I believe very much in consistency. I've gotten better with consistency. I'd say like through the second half of like last year. Like second half of like 2024 is when I became really good at staying consistent.
What is that mean to you to be consistent?
It means everything to me to be consistent, because it's like this is my life, this is my career. Like this is something that I want to like wake up and do every day, and you know, just fully make a living off it. Like have music, like pay for my house, pay for it. Like if I want all that, but I'm not putting in the time to do it, I'm never gonna get it. So it's like I have to stay consistent. I also just have that fear of like just going backwards, regressing. Like I don't want to have to like work and do something that I don't want to do for the rest of my life because I didn't put enough time into what I love doing.
Dude, I was doing that before I started working here at Barstool. I was working in finance for like 6 years.
I know you wanted to rip your hair
dude,
out.
I did. I was like, you asked my girlfriend if she was here, I would have like mental breakdowns while I was working all the time.
That
like,
shit is no joke.
Hated it, dude. I hated it. And I was trying to do this stuff on my own. But like, I feel like in hindsight, though, that's good when you have that like,
yeah,
I hated that and I love doing this.
Yeah.
So it like that helps as like a motivation when you realize I do love doing this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think also like, you know, doing that job that you don't want to do, but you like have to for that time being until you get, you know, to where you are is really, I feel like it's also good for you, but also like, cause it's pretty humbling, you know?
Yeah.
It's a humbling experience, and it's like, it makes you appreciate, I guess like it made me appreciate more like just being where I'm at now, and then also like understanding that like I don't want to be here forever. Like I want to really just live off of music, and it's like I have to stay consistent so I don't have to keep coming back to this place every day to fucking clock in.
Oh, it's the worst.
You know, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Have you had like a lot of jobs in the past or
not really? I had like I used to do a lot of under the book shit when I was like younger, like just shit for money. But like I had a job at Planet Fitness for a while.
It's one of my least favorite places on earth,
dude. I hate Planet Fitness.
The stupid lunk alarm thing. Or they're giving you pizzas on Mondays, like trying to make sure you stay fat so you can pay your $10 a month.
Exactly. It's
like I think they're probably a sponsor here too, so maybe I have to cut.
Bro, but Planet Fitness, nah, because now we gotta talk about it. Planet Fitness,
awful, dude.
Bro. Planet Fitness. I worked there for like maybe 8-9 months, and it was something. Do you remember that bad flood? Remember when Planet Fitness got flooded really bad? And it went viral.
Like within the last few years?
Yeah, it was 2021.
The gym in my hometown got flooded real bad. Yeah, I remember. I know what you're talking about.
Do you remember that one? It was like this one guy on TikTok. He posted he posted a Planet Fitness just being flooded with water. Got like 40 million views. That was my Planet Fitness.
Really?
Yeah, and fucking it was crazy because I was off that day. I worked like every day damn near, but I had off that day So I got so lucky. But after that, bro, it was a shit show. I mean, I worked in 3 different Planet Fitnesses at the same time.
Nice.
I worked 6 days a week, 3 different locations. I worked in the Planet Fitness in Union, which is the one closest to me that I applied to, Linden, and Elizabeth.
All right, I know all those places.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
And I had no car, so I was Ubering to Linden and Elizabeth all the time. My whole check was going to Planet Fitness. It was terrible. Actually, how I left, I walked out.
That's the way to do it.
I gave no warning. I was like, yo, you know what? You know what's mad funny, bro? I'll never forget this. I was on the phone with Liam. Liam actually is the one that fucking convinced me. He's like, bro, you should quit.
Sensei, I told you.
I swear, he's like, bro, you should quit. And I'm like, dude, but I need money, bro. And he's like, we'll make it. Quit. And like, bro, like they're taking up all your time. Like you're not even recording anymore. Like you're working 6 days. I was working 48 hours a week at this place. Crazy. And they're like, yo, they're taking up all your time. Like you need to leave. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this place. Like, yeah, I did it. Bro, I left. I had like 5 hours left of my shift. I fucking dapped up my coworkers. I'm like, yo, it's great knowing you guys. You're great. I fuck with all of you. I just can't be here anymore. I'll text the manager. Like, I'll see y'all later. One of them actually had the audacity to be like, he'll be back. He really said, he's like, yeah, he'll be back. I never came back, bro. I'm never going back there.
It's also like, I mean, that is tough though too, because it's always like you're in the situation, if you're an artist or any type of creative, you're like, I need the time to do what I'm trying to do, but I gotta make money. Because it's like trying to balance your time. I think that's like the hardest thing I struggle with, honestly.
It's so difficult because people don't understand. Like artists don't make as much as they think.
Yeah,
it's like you see, like yeah, this dude has 1 million streams on his song. He's definitely swimming in money, bro. Spotify pays you
like nothing,
like $3 to $5 for every 1,000 streams you get.
It's not a lot.
So you got to keep up.
Yeah.
Or else you're not making anything.
Dude, I used to do a podcast like years ago with this one guy.
Yeah.
And I used to get in the biggest arguments with him because he was so adamant. Like, oh, if you get however many, let's say just say 50,000 followers, like you can quit your job, you're good. Like just getting like 50,000 followers on Instagram is like you're just making money, you're chill. I'm like, dude,
no.
I don't know what world you live in.
Yeah, he's so out of touch.
Not how it works.
It's not.
And he would argue with me to death. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to do this, but I promise you, I know people who are like quadruple that. They still are struggling with money. It's not a 1-to-1, like a follower equals $1.
Exactly. If that was the case, I would have been. Yeah, I would have been left. Hey, I'm out, bro. That's crazy. Because I have 40,000 on Instagram,
and it's like
if that's the case, I would have been chilling right now.
Yeah, it's
like my own house.
Yeah, does not equate to dollars.
Yeah, not at all. I don't know how people could be that like out of touch with reality.
Yeah,
you know, like that's nuts.
Yeah, it's a grind. It takes a while to.
It is like a lot of artists. Like it's not streaming that they make money off of. It's sponsorships and like if they have their own merch.
Are you gonna have your own merch at any point?
I had like we did it in like increments. So like we would do the merch for like certain drops. So like I had a hoodie. It was a hoodie for the 1 year anniversary of the debut album. We did that like January 2024. And it was we just had like 1 year anniversary hoodies. It was like a limited time thing. And then for like the third to last project I dropped, like See You Soon, we had merch for that as well. It was like shirts. But we had it for a limited time. I think if I'm not mistaken, I don't wanna put anything out there, but if I'm not mistaken, I think we're gonna have some of the merch at the show. So, you know, if my homie is bringing it from LA with him, we'll have some merch there.
You can save one for me?
I can try. I can try. We gotta make sure. We gotta make sure. We gotta make sure the quality is good. You know, like sometimes the quality is like we'll have really good shirts and really not. Yeah. I don't want to give you a shitty shirt, bro.
I feel that. I'd be offended if you gave me a shitty shirt.
Now you bringing me up here. For
the mixtape, what do you think? So I love Food for Thought too. That was like when I first discovered you. Food for Thought is awesome. Like Untitled 3 years ago. Wondering too. Like I love all those songs.
Thank you.
What do you think is the biggest jump you made from Food for Thought to Justicexavier and Friends? Is there anything that you think you like made a big improvement on from one to the next? I know a lot of it was like recorded probably earlier, but
that's a good question because I think for me the jump wasn't from Food for Thought to like Justicexavier and Friends. It was like Food for Thought was the jump. Like
so I love that. I love that project.
I love that project too. It's like it's my favorite project that I've released. And like out of my entire discography, I think Food for Thought was was like a big jump from like See You Soon and like the debut album, like Justicexavier.
And you said you're a big like Earl and Mike fan, and I hear the influence a lot in that.
I was big on Earl for a while, especially like a couple years back. Earl is definitely still an influence. I've found influence in like other artists as of recently, which actually helped like with Food for Thought.
Like who?
I love Freddie Gibbs. I love Freddie Gibbs. I was big on Gibbs.
Yeah.
Like West Side Gun.
West Side, you name all my favorites.
I love it. I was big on them. Sideshow. Really fuck with Sideshow. If you don't know.
I know Sideshow.
Sideshow's hard. He does he's done a couple things. He was on I forgot what project. It was an Alchemist project, but he did a song, I think it's called Bless with Mike. Really good.
Oh, yes. Wait, I know that. Yeah. Okay.
So I like Sideshow was a big help. Like Navy Blue. Navy Blue is so hard. I love Navy Blue.
And you're are you still a big Tyler fan or not as much as you used to be? I'm like a Tyler super fan to the point that it's Tyler. Weird. I have like Tyler memorabilia all over. I have like a bedroom that's like I use as a studio. It's just a shrine to Tyler. Basically, I have paintings. I have little Lego like Igor figures. I have these like they're like magazine or comic books of like his music videos. Yeah. Like I have like.
I'm not gonna lie, I love that so much. That's great. Like, cause I feel like, bro, if you're gonna love an artist, like, embrace that shit.
Yeah, that's like my number one. Like, that's like God to me. Like, I'm going to see him for the 8th time on the Chromacopia tour.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. Have you ever seen him live?
No.
Oh, dude.
I would love to see him live.
Dude, he's the best performer ever.
Oh, that's the thing. I watch a lot of his performances. Yeah. Like, cause I take a lot of pride in performing. I love performing, and it's like Tyler's one of my favorite performers.
Yeah, he's so good
ever. He's great at what he does. But
you said in the other video we did that you are excited to perform "Run Your Shit."
Oh yeah,
that's hype. You said you were gonna mosh or crowd surf. And
I'm definitely gonna mosh. I don't know if I'm gonna stage dive. I will say I'm scared. 1, I've never stage dove. 2, I'm not the lightest person, and the last thing I want to do is injure somebody at my show.
I'm not gonna lie, I would be like if you went to do it and you jumped on me, I would be kind of annoyed. You gotta like find someone who will agree to do it ahead of time.
Yeah, no, like I would definitely pre-plan that.
Yeah, like I don't want to. Like I will catch you. I'm not gonna let you fall, but I don't want to have to catch you.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll probably just like jump in the crowd and just mosh with people.
But it's really cool if you did do it though.
It is. But really I can't cool. Like I saw like Trevor do it.
Trevor did it, but Trevor
and I was like, damn, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, Trevor. He's a tiny guy.
He's light.
Yeah, he's a little light.
He's light.
But I still wouldn't want him to jump on me either.
Yeah. I was
in
the
back
jumping
during that show. I was like, don't jump on me.
Oh no, I was happy. I think I was on stage when he staged though. I can't remember what song that was, but we all got on stage at some point.
I think it was probably the like where it's like sunset mosh pit. Is that the name? Is it the song? That one. Yeah.
Nah, I was definitely jealous that he staged off, and I always thought about it. I need to drop like 40 pounds before I could do that. I'm not hurting nobody.
Nah, you could do it. I think you could do it. Do it.
I'm not about to throw 195 pounds on somebody.
That's nothing. You're good.
Yo, dude, who was it that tried to stage dive? Was it like DJ Khaled or some shit?
I mean, well, that was
you're
bad. Not DJ Khaled.
Well, no, I'm not. Yeah.
Like, come on.
No, for sure. But yeah, I like being considerate of people's, feelings.
That's funny. That's so funny. I'm excited.
Me too.
Tickets are still available for the show, right?
Oh, 1,000%. Yes. Yeah? Go get your tickets while you still can. Actually, they're there, but not all of them. So definitely get your tickets.
And go stream the mixtape. What's your? Did I ask what your favorite is? Like your favorite like I know you said your favorite to perform, but what's the song you're most proud of?
Gravity.
On the mixtape. Okay.
I love Gravity. It was so great making that song. I think it's also the one song on the project that's like really a song. Like everything else is a song, obviously. But like it's just, me and the homies spitting. But like Gravity is a song. Like Gravity got like it has the substance, it has the hook that like brings everything together. Like, Frank's vocals are chef's kiss. Tim goes absolutely stupid on that second verse. Gravity, Tim's verse is like probably my favorite verse on the whole project. And it's not even saying anything like, oh no, like, yeah, it's better. Like, I just love that verse.
Yeah.
I sing it to myself all the time.
Nice.
Out of nowhere.
All right. Is there anything else we didn't cover?
No, I don't think so.
Stream the mixtape. It's not an album, it's a mixtape.
It's a mixtape.
Stream the mixtape.
Please.
If you're in New York, go to the show Thursday, February 13th in Brooklyn, elsewhere, Zone 1.
Yeah. Pull up.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Justicexavier.